First of all, I would thank the legislator for past support and say that there are so many young people out there who need encouragement, that the arts are so important to our culture.
There is not a single person whose daily life is not somehow affected or impacted by the arts in some way. Increase funding to the arts, particularly to community arts organizations and to individual artists. And I would ask them to please be equitable in their giving to minorities and to women.
I'm curious to know what they know about art in the area and what their interests are in art and how they think art fits in with the neighborhood.
I would ask my legislators to imagine a world without art and then make sure that that never becomes a reality.
I see artists as contributing really essentially to the democratic dialogue, arts education, which is not superfluous. It's a lifesaver for kids. Kids need to find their avenue into participation, into communication, into engagement.
Arts education is so incredibly important, and not just as something that's an adjunct to the maths and sciences. Arts is a valid career choice.
Support arts education, please. It creates in young people a sense of civic responsibility. It promotes in them an expanded skill set, gives them a new way to look at the world, and I feel like it promotes in children a real sense of confidence. It roots them in themselves in a way that they might not experience otherwise, gives them a sense of community, connects them with the people in their classrooms.
Don't forget about the arts. Don't undermine the arts, don't underplay the arts, and remember how important the arts are in education.
Keep the music in the schools.
Don't cut back on the arts just because it's easy. That's always the first thing people want to slice, and it's the most important. It's where teamwork is learned in the schools. Kids solve problems, which is a really fabulous way to get involved in the real world, and they do it together.
I'm not certain what kind of credit they give to the business that arts do bring to a community.
I think I would say that art has certainly, I think, helped the economy of our town. We have a number of galleries. We advertise widely, sometimes as in groups. We contribute in terms of ads in the paper. It brings people in from outside the area. We have people come through from Vermont, Canada, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, all over the place, who hear about Saranac Lake as a destination point for the arts.
I would encourage the legislators to realize that artists are small business people.
If it's in your power, whatever's in your power to help feed the art programs in Western New York and New York State, do it as much as you can.
Thank you for any support you've already given to artists. Thank you so much. You can't even imagine how important it is to us. And please, please, please find more ways to support us, whether it's by you coming to an art exhibit or to a theater presentation or whatever it is. Come and appreciate it, and then please go find lots more money to send our way, because we need it.
Well, I would say please don't cut funding to the arts, because it's a very important aspect of our society. We have museums full of great art from the past. Don't cut the future short by not supporting our generation of artists.
Thank you for what you've given us so far, and please promote the arts as part of what makes America great.
We need more funding. We need more help, more assistance from our legislators to help artists like myself who are not business-minded.
Where I come from, we have produced a lot of culture in the past, and I feel that all the energy is devoted to maintaining and keeping that culture. And so I think that's why you haven't heard about anything cool or anything interesting that is coming out of Italy that's contemporary. and it's very different here in New York. You make a lot of culture, and I think you should keep it up. I think this is very important for your country.
On one of my largest tours that I've taken with the dance company, I went to Taiwan. And in Taiwan, they have a great deal of respect for artists, to the point where the principal dancer in our company, who is Taiwanese, was essentially treated like a rock star. She was sponsored by airlines, paid millions by the government for what it was that she was bringing culturally to the community. What was amazing is that the president of Taiwan actually came to our performance, and I was lucky enough to have dinner with him. And at dinner, I asked him just one question: what do you think about America? And he immediately, without a pause or anything, he said, please don't take this personally because you're an artist, but we look down upon Americans here because you don't take care of your national treasure, your national heritage, which is the art. He said there's no respect for what it is that your company is bringing to your nation. And he looked very hurt by having to say that. And it was incredibly painful for me to hear that from an international figure. So that would be my message, is think about our national treasure, and if that's art, then do something about it.
I would say that supporting the arts is critical for a healthy community and for a healthy society, and that it's critical to foster and support the arts at every juncture.
Keep your eye out for opportunities as they arise, as the arts community grows, and if you can help give it a leg up, it's going to pay you back.
Please try to subsidize housing and studio space as much as possible. I think for the sake of New York retaining its status as a creative place, it's really important that New York is involved in helping artists to stay here.
5 buildings going up in my neighborhood right now in South Park Slope, all within a 3-block radius of each other. And if each of those has 15% artist housing, then that will create a more successful artist community.
I would say that you really shouldn't discount the impact that the arts have on a community and what artists can do for a community.
Start finding ways of funding the artists in your communities. Definitely see how you can make sure that they're worthy of the money, but think about them too, because it isn't always about a project that touches a whole lot of people. Maybe if you can get one artist and touch them and make them survive well, then their artwork can touch everybody.
And find venues that you invite the artists in your communities in, because when you have a dialogue and a rapport with the artists in your community, you find a rich cultural exchange that comes out of that. Even having open studio tours in your communities is a way to find out where the artists live and work and what they do and what they need.
We need funding for arts venues, especially those that involve multiples of people, theater, dance, performance ensembles. As a society, we're defined by who we are culturally.
I would actually ask them to help us in the performance of art on Long Island, especially in North Fork. I think there are a lot of wonderful immersive artists on the North Fork of Long Island, and we really don't get the publicity that we deserve.
I would ask that my local legislator divert a percentage of the military budget to the arts.
New York needs to support the arts because that's the legacy, and that's what we have here, and it needs to be tended.
This is not something that some people have choices of. This is something that is